Hi everyone, this is Luetin. Welcome back to the world of Riven. Now, in the last video we opened one of the first domes, which is behind us over here, and we found what looked to be evidence of a linking book, showing that Gen has been active in creating his books. We also saw an overview of the Rivenese village down below us. And I did promise that we would see what was in the bottom of this elevator. However, I suddenly thought we need to have a look at the rest of the village first, so we're going to go and do that, and then we'll come back here. So we just want to go down one level. I want to apologise that it was a little while before we came back to Riven. But as you know, time is master of us all. Okay, let's open the mouth of the beast. Ooh. I can hear it closing behind us. Curious as to how it closes behind us, so there's some kind of sensor device or pressure sensor around it that allows it to, know if there's someone there or not. Or maybe it's just on a time delay. Oh. Oh no, she fell down. Encounter another one of the Rivenese people. And we can see here that there's, evidence of lava below us. Shows us again that, I don't know if we can look down here. Yeah, we can. This is the islands actually splitting apart. The islands have drifted apart because of Gen's interference and his, his disregard for the sanctity of the worlds that he's interfering with. And we see another guard post in front of us here. But apparently they're still aware of us from the last time, so he's not going to be activating his alarm right now. Got some slightly smarter lights here than the ones we saw going around the other way. Possibly indicates that this is actually the main route into the village, because obviously they've deemed it necessary to decorate more. These strange kind of, they look almost like iron sort of supports. You can see some of the islands here. We look out anyway across the sea, you know what I mean? But these could be bone or wood or basically any kind of sort of handrail system. Really nice that they've got that water effect perfect, the sound effect. Can you hear that? Actually sounds properly like water slapping against in a cave, the echo on it. Right, we can see some more of the village here. And look, you can see some people running away there up above. And someone over there by the dock. Straight ahead of us. She's taking her child away. And these people obviously are very wary of strangers, particularly with Gen's sort of dominating attitude towards them. See some sort of marking here on the objects. And again we can see something here on the rock. This looks like a very deliberate cut on the rock. That does not look natural. As if someone has created part of those rocks. And there's obviously a drop down ladder here, and also this goes up to the top. Also seems to be a little object here. It's very important when you play to note everything and remember it, because you're not sure what can be significant. Like another one of these strange heat pools. Some kind of mechanical on the bottom. These little pod-like villages. I'm just turning around to check sure nothing we've missed. And here we are again. We can see now, if we actually look, there is this underground, what looks like a railway system, and we can see also the tower, well, I think it's actually an execution deck over here, and we can see the centre closed from when we closed it before. We just have to figure out how we can get over there. And it appears that you see these little houses have retractable drawbridges to prevent people going over there, and this is obviously cut off our route across. We can try and go this way. And we can actually go up to this door here, if it will let me. She's obviously not too pleased to see us. I think we'll leave him in peace. Right, we're back into this labyrinth of pathways. Ah, now we see something here. What looks to be some kind of transport device. And we can also see possibly metal working. And we've got furnace here, wood for it. And these could be drums, or possibly these little footsteps here. I would possibly argue that these are bellows of some kind, and you sit on that, move these with your feet. And it's possibly for air, for creating metal with, forging. Right, let's trigger this. So let's see, have a look and see what we can see. Now we can see that this has now obviously been placed down into one of these water spheres, and also look at the ramp here. You see it's directly above the transport. Unfortunately, if we remember, back over here there is our original watchtower and the route we took down before, so that means we're going to have to backtrack all the way back around. And dried seed pods here, wind chimes. I don't think there's any other way up here. Just double check. No, there's no way. Oop, I did not mean to click that. Well, the lightning bolts do save us some time, because as I said before, with the PC version you can click a lot faster through the individual scenes, but with the PS it's a little bit more delayed. But bear in mind that this was originally on the PlayStation 1, so it's quite impressive that you can run all this at all, to be honest. And at the time, the graphics for this were extremely good for the original PlayStation. Right. So what we're going to do now, we're going to move backtrack around because we need to get on that transport. But we will go back to the idol in the forest, and we'll have a little look at that, like I said. Should be able to bolt through here, I would have thought. No. That's the thing about this game, is there's no way for you to rush it. It's a slow game. And there's no point getting frustrated. You have to be prepared to just take your time with everything you do in this game. And to be honest as well, the time in between can be well spent thinking about what it is you actually have to do. And you can be thinking, okay, I've put this transport down, where could there be a path up to that other section? You know, what could that platform be used for? How is Gen being able to create the linking books? Where might we find the codes for the linking books? And, you know, what have we seen so far that could be used for that? Okay, back we come. And we'll go and have a look at the lower level. Now, one of the obvious things is that we already have a tram calling device here, which indicates to us that a tram station is probably nearby. Quite deep underground, this one. And we can see that we are indeed at a tram station. No other way. So it's important with these two-sided tramways that sometimes you can potentially move across to another side, and doorways and stuff. We can also see that the we're going to have to get back up if we want to call that tram. But the tram will take us to another island, and we still have things to do here on the forest island. So I will call the tram, but there's no need for us to go over there yet. There we go. Although that sounded distinctly as if it did not work. I'll have to consider this and come back. I actually like the fact that this game doesn't allow you to shortcut anything. You have to take the time to go and do stuff. And it's a common feature for me that I dislike people rushing through things regularly. I think it's become a bit of a epidemic where people speed through things in the fastest possible way, and in doing so they miss out on a lot of things. Some more of those scarabs. I like that things can be a little bit different every time you come through them. It's not always the same. So we're going to head out and back around the other way, which is going to take us a little bit of time. But I hope you've enjoyed coming back to Riven. If you haven't seen this before and you missed my other episodes, I would suggest you start from the beginning, as I did do a little teaser trailer, and I also did an introduction. Some big birds up here. It's things like this they add in, makes it a little bit different, makes you feel like you're actually going through an area when things can be slightly different each time. And it's good for other games to do that too, to be able to throw in some differences to make you feel like it's not the same every time you come. That tool can also be used as a scare, you know, it can be a fearful thing. I often feel a little bit unsettled when I can be in a game and I go past somewhere, particularly survival horror games, and you know, you go through an area and you think, okay, you've ticked all the boxes, you remember what's there. You come back through later, and perhaps a small object has moved, or it just gives some indication that you're not alone, and that can be quite unnerving in a game. Back with the Sunseekers. Off they go. They're obviously most displeased that we've disturbed their sleep. Out they go. And that'll be the first time we've seen that, because previously they have not been so disturbed by us. So again, showing that things, you know, change as you go through the game. And you get to see different perspectives of things, which is another reason it's good that they're well aware in the game that you have to backtrack, but they've added some little changes to make it kind of more interesting for you. Okay, we're back at the village. There's our scarab ball for those people that maybe forgotten about that one. And there above is the forge above us as well. So we're heading down now. And we'll just have a little look at this device, this transport system. And then I think we'll call it on this one. I think this potentially seems to be some kind of telescopic lookout. You can see there is an item coming out here, and this sort of suggests that it could rotate. It looks to me as if it's some kind of watching post. And now we can see the transport. So we seem to have on our right here a pressure gauge. There seems to be some kind of left to right horizontal thing, a movement, and this lever probably makes us go forward. So let's just see what happens. And basically what we have is an underwater rail system. And these little things here, I believe, are junction points. Now we can go forward, but I just want to see what this junction actually does. And you can see that when we're on these junction points, we can turn. When presented with these left and right selections, I believe we can move this across, and that will indicate for us which way the transport underwater railway will actually go. Let's turn around and we'll just go up to this last place. We'll see where we get to and where we're going to start our next episode from. Come on, you can do it. Come on. There we go. And then you can see we come into these sort of magnetic spheres holding the water back. Evidence of Gen's designs. And it seems that we're actually at the platform here, but you can see that this is not extended, so we can't actually get out right now. So hopefully we'll be able to solve that in our next episode. Thanks for watching, guys. See you next time.